Hey everybody, Ron here with Solo Operative Games. Today we're in Tabletop Simulator. We're going to be playing a game of Scholars of the South Tigris, specifically a solo mode game. Scholars of the South Tigris is the second in the new trilogy by Shem and Sam Macdonald, and from Garphill Games. And we've already looked at Wayfarers on my channel. We did a Tabletop Simulator game, and we also played the hard copy once it came. And I'm going to be doing the same thing. So we'll do a Tabletop Simulator now while it's in Kickstarter. And by the way, it is Kickstarter right now. Go check that out after you watch this video. And then once that's fulfilled and I get my physical copy, then we'll go and play a second playthrough. Hopefully we're a lot better. I've played about 10 games of this. I feel pretty confident, although I just learned that I've been playing a rule wrong for all 10 games. So I double checked. I read the rule book start to finish again, just to make sure. I will still probably make a goof or two during this video. So make sure if I do, you can put comments below, timestamp them, and we'll all enjoy the playing Scholars of the South Tigris together. Okay. This will be a learn while playing, so I'll just kind of, as we play, teach you how the solo game goes, but let's do a base overview just so you understand. Before I get into that, I want to do the initial setup. The Tabletop Simulator mod has a really nice automated setup and everything. There's two modes when you play solo, either casual or epic. The only difference is the length of the game. So I'm going to just do casual for YouTube here so the game doesn't go, 2.5 hours. We should be able to get a casual game in just under an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer if I'm explaining a little bit more, but that's kind of the times that I've been experiencing. Okay, so it's now going to do all the setup for us. It's putting 4 starting translators here with 4 setup cards, dealing us our initial hand, and setting up the deck of cards when we rest, the rest deck. Okay, we are good to go. So that overview. Up here, we've got a number of people, and all of these people speak multiple languages, and we can hire them to be translators for us. And that's kind of the main theme of this game, is that we've got these scrolls and manuscripts that are written in different languages, and we're trying to get them all translated into Arabic and put them in the House of Wisdom so people can come read them. And that is kind of the premise of the game. So yeah, we've got these 8 people here available. All of them have some kind of languages that they speak, some bonuses and everything. We can hire them, and then they come down into these little rooms here where they will work. They will work for a certain amount of time, and then they will retire. And that's noted by these little gold bars above them. That's how many times they will translate, and then they will retire after that. And so that's how we get them and use them. Now, how do we get the scrolls for them to translate? We've got this little map out here, and it's kind of not really a rondel, but it's just kind of a circular path that we go on. So we've got this little marker here that represents where we are. We can travel around it, and as we land on these little black spaces, we can deliver these scrolls from the map where we found them over into the House of Wisdom. Now, there are 3 guilds that make up the House of Wisdom: purple, orange, and green. I don't know if I have names, but for these, once we deliver them here, they are then available to be translated. How translation works is you have to be able to forge a path between the language of the scroll to Arabic, and you can use between 1 and an unlimited number of translators as long as you don't translate into the same language twice. And so if we had a Syriac scroll, we could just hire her and she would say, okay, I can speak Syriac and Arabic, I can translate it for him. But if we had, well, those are all Arabic ones. This guy, if we had a Greek scroll, he could take it from Greek to Syriac, and then we would come back to her and say, okay, now it's in Syriac, and we translate to Arabic. So we've forged this little path. That's a really cool mechanic, because these people, as they are retiring and hiring new people, the paths change, and you got to kind of always watch kind of the different steps that it's going to need. And sometimes it's just not possible. Right now, if we have a Chinese scroll, there is nobody that speaks Chinese. We could not translate it or get it translated. So that's a really cool part of this. In the middle of the board is the research track. It's kind of a little tech track here. We can do various actions to increase our research in each of the things. I think there's math, physics, chemistry, philosophy, biology, and astronomy. Hey, I got them all. And as we go up those tracks, we're going to get rewards. And as we do our rest action, it'll also kind of give us some income during that action based on where we are in these tracks. That's one of my favorite mechanics of this game, and I'll show you later how that works. But then let's talk about color. color is a huge theme and mechanism in this game. It's like color is a mechanism. How does that work? Well, it's a dice at its core. It's a dice bag builder. We start with an initial set of mostly white dice with maybe a few primary colored dice. And we're going to build and add more dice to our bag and hopefully cull out as many of those white dice as we can, because those are weaker and they perform, don't give us access to the stronger actions. So it's this bag builder where you're trying to get better and better stuff. But then as you're taking actions, depending on what dice you use, it gives a pip value to the action and also a color to the action. So I might do an action that's a green 8, or I might do an orange 4, something like that. And that's kind of like how my action is described. And so you kind of need access to a knowledge of the color wheel, knowing that, okay, if I mix red and yellow together, I get orange. If I mix red and blue together, I get purple. And that's all described in the rule book in case you don't have the color wheels memorized. But because color is such an important part of this game, that kind of limits anyone that is colorblind or has other issues distinguishing color. And so the designers and artists have really gone to length of trying to help distinguish colors, not only in the different iconography that you see at the top of here, but the dice themselves, the white dice and the primary colored dice, are going to be opaque. And in the physical copy, not in TTS, the secondary colors, the purple, orange, and green, are translucent. So that kind of helps tell the difference. And anytime you see an icon for one of those dice, let's see if I can find one here. You can see the primary colored dice are kind of solid with no background, whereas the secondary colored dice have this little smoke icon behind them. And then lastly, if you see white stripes, that means the pips are going to be white, and black stripes, the pips will be black. And that is replicated here. So red is a red die with white pips, orange is an orange die with black pips. So yeah, there's all these different little things that hopefully make it easier for everyone to distinguish the different dice and their meaning. Okay, should we get started? I think we should. We've only spent 7 minutes getting started here. And I will say, just like Wayfarers, this game has a lot of information right at the beginning that you have to decipher and analyze to come up with your strategy and your plan. But they do give you a little bit of guidance in that. As part of setup, we were dealt this little starting card, this goal card. And it's going to have a certain type of translator. There's 8 different, I guess you go by the face. People call it the face, whatever. But it's this character here. You can name him. I don't know. He's like Jafar or something, right? He's got these spooky eyes. But then you've got also a particular guild and then a particular research track. So to unlock this card, as well as what's on it, I need to somehow interact with this dude. I need to translate something from the Green Guild, and I need to go up to level 3 of the philosophy track to unlock these little rewards. So that kind of helps me formulate an initial plan. Also, I was randomly given a Syriac scroll that I already have translated. It's going to give me kind of like my some starting points and then also endgame scoring stuff. All my money will be turned into gold, gold into points, and if I have too many white dice at the end, I lose points. So that's kind of the cool part of setup. So our first action based on this is to then pick our starting translator. And there are 4 dealt out at random, and each of them also is given this little card that goes with them that'll give you your starting resources. And so we just happened to get a bunch of these Arabic speakers, Syriac, Greek, and Hebrew, and so they could translate really quick. Well, the issue with them is these 2 are going to translate once and then retire. So if we like their retirement bonuses, which are down here in brown, maybe that would be good to pick them because we could retire them quickly and access their bonus and their points. But if we want to have a guy stick around a little bit longer, we might be looking at this girl or this guy here that can translate twice before they retire. So there's a choice there. Also, with them is going to come some initial resources. So you get mostly white dice, but then maybe a different primary color die, a different amount of gold, silver, some starting workers. It's just like Wayfarers. We have dice workers and meeple workers. So that's great. And then each of them is going to have, most of them anyway, are going to have a starting research that you get a free bump on the track, and that'll give you some kind of reward as well. So all of that we have to take into a decision as we pick our starting translator. We can also look here. There's already 3 scrolls in the House of Wisdom, a Greek, a Persian, and a Hebrew. And each of those scrolls rewards you based on different endgame conditions to get the points. So we've got to look at that. And then on the map, there was 6 random ones dealt here. Scrolls that we might want to choose to deliver to get different things. And then also, remember, we've got 8 different piles of resource or translators here that we can hire. So there's just a lot to look at the very beginning to kind of formulate your strategy. Once you've started, then it's pretty, I don't know if obvious, but there's usually a pretty clear path of what action you should probably be taking to get the best rewards. So there can be some AP, but I think most of the AP is in the starting selection, right? Just looking and analyzing and going on that. And when I talked about difficulty and kind of hardness of the game, I don't know, the rating where Wayfarers has more been equated to Vikings if you go to a West Kingdom game. This one is more on the level of Paladins, or maybe even a step up from Paladins, just because there's so much to look at and make a decision on and planning that's involved. So let's do it. So I'll do this and then I'll explain how the solo bot works in a second. Looking at all of their retirement bonuses, I'm not loving them. I would love to get one that gives me a influence in a guild, because I really value that high as far as my decision. So this one needs to get level 3 on philosophy, and none of these will give me even 1 bump on philosophy, so that doesn't help much. If I look at, here's a Persian scroll that will give me a philosophy bump, but it rewards me for having 0 white dice at the end of the game, and I'm not very good at doing that. I can tell you that much. So that's not really something I'm looking for. But here is 2 cards, a Syriac and a Hebrew card, that both give me philosophy bumps. And this one would give me a free retiree. So it's almost like I'm getting, double duty here. If I retire one quick and get this card translated, I could get 2 retirees super fast. So does anybody speak Hebrew? One of these guys? This guy does. So what if I took him, used him to do that scroll that I just looked at? He would retire and I would get a free retire. So we get 2 retires real quick. That's what I'm going to go with for my initial plan here. So I will mark him as my starting dude and bring that card over here. And we're going to get 7 white die. Is that 8 or 7? It'll tell me pretty quick. Yeah, I got too many. And 1 blue. We are then going to draw out 4 from our bag. That's kind of like our hand limit, if you want to equate it to like a card deck builder. So right now our hand limit is 4, and we can increase a dice limit. We can increase that by moving up the blue track here, the astronomy track. Okay, then we're going to get 1 gold and 4 coins. And put that there. And then we're also going to eat a white worker and go up the biology track. It's interesting. I don't know if it means much, but whenever I get the biology track early on, I just seem to do better. I like the green and the blue tracks. For some reason, I do better. Whenever I get the purple starting requirement, I do worse. So I'm going to move up the green track, and whenever you're on the odd levels, that's an immediate reward, these translucent ones. And on the even levels, that's kind of like when you take your income turn, your rest turn, that's what you'll get. So we're going to get immediately able to draw another die out of our bag. And anytime you draw a die out of your bag, you got to roll it. So that is our initial setup done. This card flips over and becomes a player aid, which is awesome design element. And we are good to go as far as setup. All of these 3 are just ignored in the solo game, and the other 3 are neutral translators, but they belong to the bot. Come on, that's cheating. How does he get 3 and I get 1? I don't know. Anyway, so here is the solo bot. This is the front and this is the back, but TTS has both because on the back it shows you our difficulty from student all the way to scholar. Student, I almost always beat at this level. After playing a few times, you should be able to beat student pretty easily. The scribe presents a little bit of a challenge to new player, so that's good. Teacher, I don't think I've beat teacher yet, and scholar I haven't even attempted. And I think that's great that this was tuned such that, student at the beginning is a nice, easy playthrough, and scholar is very, very challenging. You might never beat, but it's always there for someone that likes that challenge and maybe can achieve it. And so, yeah, I think we're just going to play on student today, just so I don't have to focus as much on trying to win and just can explain the game. So as the student difficulty, there's no influence that they gain. They don't get any extra gold or any starting scrolls, and their dice sum is -2. So we'll move that down to there. All dice sum is a representation of how many white dice you have. Let's see, how many colored dice minus your white dice. So if he's at a negative, that just means he has more white dice, but the bot doesn't use white. We'll have the same score, and right now we have 7 white and 1 purple, so we're at a -6. And you're trying to be better than all your opponents to get some extra points at the end. So that's their setup. All right, so they have this little track that goes around in a circle, and it's very similar to other Shem Phillips games, Garphill games, solo mode, and that every time we flip a card, this is going to advance, and that's mostly going to just settle some tiebreakers, kind of determine what they're focusing on. And then they have this deck of only 6 cards that they're going to draw, and it'll tell you the actions they do. And once they have either 3 blue or 3 red, then they'll perform their rest phase, get some rewards, and do other things. But we start, so let's get started. My player board, you can see I've got 5 places to put cards down. And I start the game with 7 cards that I can choose from. And depending on when I play these cards, I can then also play 1 or 2 dice on the card. And then I do 1 of 4 action based on I play the card. So it's a lot of decision again. And what's cool about this, and this goes to my favorite mechanic of the game, is that the rest action, right? You can either do a work action or you do a rest action. And in a lot of games, the rest action is just like, well, I'm out of cards or I'm out of dice, so I rest just to reset. But in this game, the rest action is actually your strongest action in the game. Because if I rested, I would get, I could get 2 coins, I could get a meeple, I get gold, I get another die, I get to go up on a track, and I get to draw new cards. However, it's also your weakest action in your game at the start, because when I rest, I only get to do these things. To be able to do these actions up here, I have to play these cards down. So if I want to do what's on the red track and get this meeple here, I need to play this card somewhere in one of these 5 spots. And it's going to determine also based on the order. We're going to go left to right. So if I want to get a meeple and then use that meeple to get gold, I need to score red before I do orange. And so there's a whole layer of, I don't care, I just want to do this action, but which card do I use? Well, it's depending on what order I want to do resting in. So another layer of decision making you need to do. Let's talk about the 4 actions we've got really quick before we start. So this one is the recruit action, and you've got 2 choices. It deals with these people up here. Just like in Vikings and some other games where you're like, I really just need you for your bonus. You're going to dispatch them. And so it's a little bit nicer than Vikings where I guess it was a dispatch. I don't remember. You're sending them out on a mission, whatever, and they're giving you some rewards. You're not actually hiring them. And so if you dispatch them, it's a free action. You're just going to get whatever in their top right, and they're going away. Normally you put the card on the bottom. In a 2-player game, you're probably never going to cycle through the whole deck, so I just discard them. And then also, if we don't want to dispatch them, we can hire them, and that is putting them down into this row. We have to pay some silver based on what room we put them in, and then we get a bonus based on that room as well. And remember, that determines how long they'll be around as well. Second action is the travel action. That's how you move around the map. If you land on a white space, it just gives you some rewards. If you land on a black space, that allows you to then deliver that scroll over to the House of Wisdom. That's always going to cost 4 silver. It's going to give you an influence and a gold. If you deliver to the top row, you get 2 influence. If you go to the bottom row, you have to add a white die to your bag. So better deliver to the top. Third action is how you research. There's a bunch of different things. If you are just 1 or higher, you get a meeple and a coin. You don't even research. If you've got 4 or higher, you get gold, and you go up in the track colored by the action that you did and get some silver. If you can get up to 8, meaning you're probably going to need to use 2 die, you go up in that traction for free, so you save the gold. It's still going to cost you 2 coins. And if you get it to 10 and pay 2 gold, you can go up to that same track twice. So double bump. Nice. Last action is the crux of this game, and that is the translation. And that's when we do this path. Pick one of these, do this. And then a lot of these actions depend on the pips, and a lot of actions depend on the color. Some depend on both, some could care less, whatever. And we'll get into that in a minute. Let's get started. What do I want to do? I told you earlier, I really value influence in these guilds, right? It's how we're going to get a lot of points here in the scoring. We're going to get a lot of bonuses during the scoring, of which there are 4 intermediate scorings that happen. So I really look for things that give me influence in guilds. And this guy seems to be the only one that does that, at least for now. Also, delivering a scroll would give me an influence in any of these guilds. And if we move up twice more in the green track, we'd get influence. So those are some of the things I'm looking at. But remember, we also had this plan to try and deliver this Hebrew scroll. Problem there is we start here, and we have to move at least 1 space. So to get to this Hebrew scroll, we're going to have to go all the way around the track, which is 12 pips. And what did we roll? Did we even roll 2 6s? No. We could. The workers are all about dice manipulation. So if I put a worker on the same color as the die, it makes that die a 6. If I put a worker on a different color die, it changes the color of the die. So now this is a white 5. You would probably never do that, but that's an example. So I want to get this Hebrew scroll out, but I'm not sure I can. We could take a character action and maybe just go like here and get these 3 coins, or maybe here. Also, this one's a nice one to get early. We get a die of our choice, a primary color, or here even an influence. So, I mean, I start with enough coins to deliver. So maybe that's not, I don't need to really get coins. I've got enough gold to use this Hebrew to Arabic dude. So maybe getting another die would be great. How many around is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need to get a 7 to do that. And let's see, I'm also going to need to interact with the green. So the blue is important to me because to translate a blue scroll, I've got to have a green colored action. So I'm going to need a blue die and either yellow die or a yellow worker. So that's important as well. So yeah, let's just play. I don't know, that is, it seems like a little bit early for that, but I think we're good. So which of these do I want to score? Well, I definitely want to do green because I like getting bumps up here. So let's put green here. Are we going to do 2 dice on our first action? Yeah, we are. And we're actually going to switch. We're going to use this one here. And we'll put a 7. Now what this one does, it comes with an extra bonus on the top, but it gives a penalty to us during rest of adding more white dice to our thing. Okay to use the beginning of the game, maybe stop using it towards the end if you're trying to cull white dice out. But yeah, so we put a 7 there. We're going to draw 2 more out of our bag. And there is a rule that you can never use the dice that you draw out of a bag on the same action. So I couldn't put this 5 here if I wanted or something. So those came out of our bag, so we'll roll them. We also get a meeple of any color, so I'm going to choose a yellow so that we now have the option to make green. Blue and yellow make green. And then we're going to move 7 space on this. Oh no, we're not doing that action. We're doing, sorry, this action. It's not happy with me now. 5, 2, this is a 7. There we go. Okay, we're doing the travel action. There. And we're going 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The color of the action only matters if you go over a specific part of the track that's matching that color. You get some rewards, but it's not really beneficial to me right now. I get to take a dice, whatever I want, and also draw one out of my bag. And that dice, because it's got a hand, goes right into my hand. So we know we wanted to do green. We're also going to need to research in yellow, so I think I'm just going to take a yellow die as well. And that goes right into our hand, but we need to roll it. And we also draw one. So we've got tons of dice. We can do a lot of stuff before we have to do our first rest. So pretty good. And that's the end of our first turn. So let's see a turn by the bot. He has got, this value is how much his marker moves. So he's moving 2. That's either 0, 1, or 2 on always. And then he either does the top or the bottom. And the top first says, it's a condition. Are there 3 scrolls available to translate? And there are. So he will translate one of them. And he's going to look for, based on his marker, a Greek scroll first, then Hebrew, then Persian, then Syriac. So there is a Greek scroll first, so he will take that one. And he is going to he doesn't care anything on it. He just flips over and slides it into whatever language it is. Then he's going to pay his workers first, or mine if he needs them afterward, 2 gold to translate that scroll. And they come out right out of the bag here. So he's going to start by looking for his people that speak Greek from right to left. So this one does. So she gets one, and then this one does. Now, if he didn't have any Greek speakers, then he would go to mine. And if nobody spoke Greek, then he would just start going from right to left on his own. Yeah, so he's paid those 2 gold out. This girl happens to retire. She's like, I've translated a scroll. My life work is complete. I am now retired. Okay, so he's got 1 done. The Greek scrolls to him are worth 1 point for every how many scrolls he does total in the game. So right now it's worth 1. It'll grow in point value as he translates more. That's his whole turn. His turns are really fast, really easy. No thinking involved. No big spreadsheets or flows or anything. Okay, so it's my turn. Now, this, I want to deliver to green, right? Because that's how I get this worker. And this top green slot is now open. And I have the 4 coins I need. So I think delivering that scroll is going to be really important right now. And we still want to do this Hebrew one. We're going to need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. But we've already done the deliver action. However, there's another slot here where you can deliver or recruit. So we'll do it here. Which one do I want to do? I think I want to get... I tend to just have tons of white dice in my bag. I'm just not a caller. In any game, any big builder game, I rarely cull down to a small hand. I always just get tons. Maybe it's a bad thing. The only hampering in this game of having a large number of white is this -3 points, right? And I guess you lose 2 points at the end of the game for having the worst sum. Other than that, there's so much ways to mitigate with workers that I don't really mind having white dice. I really don't. So I just think this is more beneficial early on to get more resources. We'll see if it pays off in the end. But I can, I'm going to do this action here. And remember, I needed a 5. I don't care what color it is, so I'll just put a 5 there. And I can take 2 coins or a gold. Coins to me are more valuable in this sum. So we're going to just copy one of these and paste it twice. So we got our 2 coins. And now we're going to move 5 spaces. So we did the same action twice. This was why I was kind of hesitating. This seems like a bad thing, but we really want this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to take this one here. And we are going to spend 4 coins. So delete all those. To put that in here, we're going to immediately gain 2 influence with this green guild. And because we have majority, we slot into the top here. That's endgame points. We really don't have to think about it now. What the most beneficial it is here is when this intermediate scoring happens, we get a select bonus for having the top there. So that was that. We also get a gold, so we've got 2 now. And then we get a bump in whatever type of scroll it is. And this one was a philosophy scroll, right? Yellow's philosophy, yeah. So I go up on this track, and this is immediate bonus of 1 coin. So I spent 4 coins, but in this action, but I ended up getting 3 coins and a gold back. So that was pretty positive. Plus, this is delivered. I get a yellow bump and 2 influence. That was monumental, I think, to get that all right there. It seemed like it was free. I don't know. I guess we will be adding a white die later when we rest. We'll pay for it. But it's back to the bot's turn. Don't forget to ever deliver these scrolls because, yeah, there's intermediate scorings in that deck. Okay, so that's what came out, a Persian card. For him, he's going to move 0, so he's going to stay here. Now he's going to say, are there 7 translators out here? No, there are only 3. So he's going to hire a new translator. And he's going to look for this guy. I call him Chin. He's got a big chin. If he's not already out here. He hates twins. He'll do it if he has to, but he prefers not to. So this guy is not out here, so he will bring him out. And then as far as the room he puts him in, he adds up his last 2 cards for a sum, and that's 2. And then right to left, he'll look for a room that costs that much. So 4, 1, 2. So he's going to go here. I don't have to worry about putting influence on him. It's just assume if there's no influence, it belongs to the bot. And he's done. That's his whole turn. Okay, back to us. Should we keep executing the plan? I think we shall. We want to translate a green scroll. And we still haven't seen this guy yet. We'll try and interact with him at some point. But yeah, so let's do a translate action, which is this one here. And what do we want to make sure we go? I think green is going to be important for us, but I'd like to do green earlier in the action. So let's do a yellow. We're going to have some bumps on yellow. And we don't care the pips for translation. We just care about the color. And I need to make a green. Okay, so blue has to go there no matter what. And now I have a choice. I can use a white die with a yellow worker or just a yellow die itself. I think the yellow worker is going to be more important, more versatile, where the yellow, this die is always going to be the same. So let's put that here. Nope, that's not right. Let's put that here. I think it was a 3. I don't really care. So that's now a green 8. I just care that it's green. That allows me to now translate from the Green Guild. So I will take this Hebrew one. And remember, I need to translate it to Arabic. And so I'll just give this dude a gold. And he translated it into Arabic, just a single step. So this comes over to my tableau. And I get a bump on the philosophy track, which is, remember, what I'm trying to do. No reward now, but when I rest, I get a better bonus. And remember, I am scoring yellow, so that was really good. Then I get an immediate because I was lightning bolt of this action. Now I can either, this is this lady with wavy hair. I can either hire her and put her in her room. I still have to pay, or I can retire her and take a white die. Well, let's look at what she's offering right now. She has a retire bonus. Yeah, she speaks Hebrew and Syriac, so I could hire her if I need those languages. Or her retire bonus is take a red die or red meeple whenever I do the action she's linked to. I want that. And she's worth 2 points as a retired translator. So she's going to retire. And also, this dude is going to retire. Now, he already spent his gold on something. I don't know. He wrote a book. Oh, I don't know. So he doesn't come with that. And she's also flipped. So I need to retire both of these. That technically happens at the last thing I do as part of my action. But I do need to remember to put a white die in my bag because I retired. And that is pretty much it. So where do we want to slot these people? Wherever she's slotted, I can just take a red die into my bag or a red worker. That's probably going to be most beneficial on going up in research track. So I'm going to put her there. The first one you slot is free. Now I could put him in the same thing here. I'd either have to pay a coin or grab a white die. But I think diversifying is a little bit better. This is one where we're probably not going to need to use a worker. And so we're hopefully have a worker available and we can just draw 2 dice, which is really good. We might never have to rest. I don't know. I guess you have to because you only have 5 auction slots and we've already used 3. So you have to rest every 5 or 6 once you're doing this. And the other thing we do is we translated a green scroll. So we get this worker here. Cool. We're 1 away from getting this. So we just need to do something with that guy. It would have been nice if one of these people were that guy, but they're not. I'm going to lock them down in tabletop and we'll move back to the bot. He's going to do his next card, and it is moving 0 as well. Okay. Are there 3 to translate? No, there are only 2. So he's going to deliver, and that's kind of a bummer for us because he's going to get 2 influence as well in the Green Guild. He's trying to deliver a Greek scroll. Is there one? There is 1 only, so we don't have to worry about tiebreaker. He's just going to take that, put it here, get 2 influence in the Green Guild. Because I already had majority, even though it's a tie, I keep majority. You have to overtake someone to claim the majority. So we do that. Never forget to refill, and that is his turn. Nope, he does get an extra coin here sitting there. All that does is move this guy over. Okay, our turn. All right, so we have 2 actions left we can do. We can research or we can interact with the character. Let's go look at this guy and see what he is. So if we dismissed him, we could get rid of 2 workers to get 2 gold, or we could hire him. He speaks Syriac and Arabic, and he's worth 3 points. I think we want to hire him. To get him, we need to do an action that's just 5 or higher, so that should be easy. And what do we want to score? Purple is coins, orange is gold, red is workers, and green is technology. I want to do technology here, and I just need a 5, so put that there. And then we will hire him immediately. And we have 3 coins, so we can put him in any room that costs 3 or less. There's some really nice ones that give you dice right into your hand, so that's be cool. Or 2 gold, and he would stay around a long time. I think dice are going to be really nice right now. Let's try and get a red one, I think. So this guy speaks Arabic. We want him to stay around for a long time. So we're going to put him right here. We need to pay 2 coins, and we basically cull a white and get a red. So 2 coins. Going to take a white out of our bag. And then take a red. And that was into our hand, so we just get to roll it right away. Just verify, yeah, into our hand. We also need to put an influence on him to mark that we own him. And he happens to be the only translator working for us. Cool. All right, so yeah, we still got 1 more action. That'll probably beat our research. But we do have this option here. Take a worker, or discard a worker and take 2 dice. There's nothing in our bag, but it would move all of these other dice into our bag. So I will do that. I'll get rid of this worker. And since our bag is empty, we take everything that's not part of the current action we're doing. So that one, that one. All right, and this bag in Tabletop automatically shuffles for you. You don't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to draw 2 more. So 1, 2. That's beautiful. So when we research our next action, we could do purple, or well, actually we could do any color because we've got all 3 primary. So we can pick whatever track we want. And we might go yellow, right? Because we need that 3rd level. But green is also really powerful. So we'll see. It's the bot's turn, however. So let's let the bot go. 1, there he goes. And are there 5 scrolls? There are not. So he's going to deliver again. And he wants to deliver a Persian, then a Syriac. There is 1 Persian, so again, don't worry about tiebreakers. However, we don't know what color guild he wants to put it in because they're all on the same level. He always tries to go to the highest, but these are the same. So we look at the color, which is orange. So he puts this in orange, and that's going to give him 1 influence in the orange guild, which is enough for majority. So I need to start working on that. And then we refill here. Okay, another Persian scroll. This one's good. It gives purple, when you translate it, purple influence. There's another one here. So we combined up both of those and just heavy purple influence. We can score a lot of points. So that might be my next choice. Is there a Hebrew speaker here? No, nobody speaks Hebrew, which is interesting because that's one of the easier languages. There's this kind of like, oh, it's a mid-level. Arabic is tier 0, then tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Basically, if these ones are usually worth more because they require multiple steps to translate and that kind of thing. All right, is that the end of his turn? Yes, it is. And now he has 3 blue, so he will rest on the next turn, just like us. No, we're not resting. We got to do some research. Purple, orange, or red. Are we gonna need coins? Yeah, I think coins are really important right now. Orange for gold. We have 1. Red for a meeple. I think we're good. So let's do purple. Put that there. And now what track do we want to go up? I mean, again, yellow gives us a coin, an influence on a card, and then we would get this green die. That seems pretty powerful. Nope. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this one. I'm going up on green because then during rest, I can use this to go up on yellow, and then we get both. That's the plan. Okay, so I need a green action. And I need to make it at least an 8 if I want this kind of freebie here. So green is going to be blue and yellow, but I need to pair that with a white. And if I want to make this an 8, unfortunately, I think all I can do is this 6 here. So we'll put that there. And that makes yellow 6 plus a blue 4 equals a green 10. Now, if I had 2 gold, I could do a double bump, but I do not. So we'll just do a single. And we're going to pick, remember this action was green, so we have to go up on the green track. There we go. But we also get 2 coins whenever we research something. And that's it for us. Okay, so we got to rest next turn. It's really weird to see all these things without dice on them, but that's because I emptied my bag. I've never done that first round before you rest. That was kind of fun. So okay, for his rest phase, it's got these awesome AI cards here that kind of walk you through everything. But the first thing you do is you take the bottom card off this. Remember, we were dealing from the top to replace these scrolls, but we go from the bottom when we rest. Tabletop has an awesome little button here that will do it for us. And this is a Persian scroll worth 1 point. We're going to move this black marker that many, only on the black step, so it's going to go to here. Now, if this scroll had an influence on it, then it would stay, but because it doesn't, it gets replaced with this one. And then this Hebrew scroll that replace it, if it had a room in the space in the top row, it would go there, but it doesn't, so it is out of the game. And that is, it seems complicated in the rulebook, but it's easy as that. So you just replace the one. If it doesn't have influence, see if there's room here, discard, you're done. Okay, after he does the revealing the bottom pile, then he's going to move his influence marker on his board left or right based on his cards. So he has 3 blue, so he's moving right, and that's shown here. Okay, then he's going to take the benefits of his resting. There's one here that he covered up by taking a 4th card, so he doesn't get that. So all he gets is this one. Now, if he played 5 cards, he would get this one up here, but we just put an influence on a card, and we go based on this, Greek, then Hebrew, then Persian. What is up here? There is a Greek. And that was his first choice. So he wants that one. That's fine. I'm going for this Hebrew one here. I just need to find someone that speaks Hebrew. Okay, then after he gets the benefits, then he just takes all his cards and shuffles them up back in his deck of 6. So that's his rest phase. Now we're going to see our rest phase. Because we played into every action slot, we can't take another turn, even though we've got plenty of dice. So we will do the same thing, get the bottom card, and it is a Greek worth 2, so go 1, 2, take this Persian one. Oh, this is another purple one. That might not be bad for us. Oh no, this is getting discarded because there's no room. There's no room in the inn for the poor Persian scroll. So it gets out. Okay, now we do our income. So I scroll green first, and green says, now there's a very subtle difference between this icon and that icon, being that this only has primary colors, so you can only gain a free technology bump in red, yellow, or blue. Red would give me a gold, yellow gives me a coin and influence, and blue gives me an influence on a card, but I need yellow, right? We're going for yellow. So that gives me coin. It gives him an influence on a card, and I'm going to influence this one just to encourage the AI not to take it. He still can, but I can pay a coin to force him not to. And that was that. But because doing that, I unlocked this green die. This has a plus sign in it, so that means it goes to our bag, not our hand. And that was our green income. So now I'm going to take a white die into my bag as well. Then we're just going to go with a purple track, which says take a white die to get 2 coins. Seems good to me. Just keep loading them in there. All right. Shem's going to watch this and be like, oh, you idiot, what are you doing? And I'll be like, I don't care. White dice, give me them all. There's, what, 32 white dice in the game? I'm going to get all of them. That's my goal. Not really. But anyways, we did purple. Now we do yellow. And remember, we just bumped it, but I think, yeah, we didn't get to a next level. We get to either cull a white dice. Culling? Me? No. I want another primary color dice. Let's do that. Red, blue, or yellow. Let's gain... You are allowed to look in here. We've got green, yellow, red, blue. We've got like one of each. So I think because we want to go to purple, I think taking a blue one would probably be a good idea. And that goes in our bag as well. And here's where having a ton of white dice hurts, because the odds of me drawing that back are very low. That was yellow. Now we have to draw another white die. That's 3 we added to our bag this one round. And then we take our blue. Our blue says draw back up to our limit of 4. Well, we already have 4, so we actually don't draw any. And then this card isn't unlocked yet. So that is the end of our rest phase. At that point, we would normally discard all our workers that were on cards, put all the dice back in the bag, and get our hands back. But TTS has a nice button that you can just do it all for you. Cool. All right. And you know what I never did was this one here. When we did that research action, I should have done this. And because I don't have a cost, I think it's fine to just do it. Wouldn't have changed the game any. So let's take a red meeple. Now, I think, yeah, meeples I get immediately. They're good to have because I know I'm not going to get a lot of my dice. Look at that, 11. I've already got 15 dice. We started with 8. I've almost doubled my bag contents in the one round. Okay. It's the bot's turn. This is kind of like round 2. Here we go. He's going to move 2 spaces, and here he's going to wrap around. And when he does that, he puts one of his little markers out here. And that gets him an influence on the purple guild, and that is not good for us because now he has majorities in 2, and we're kind of due for a scoring card. There's 4 of these, and there's only 11 cards left, so the odds that one's coming up pretty high. They aren't completely randomly distributed. There's kind of like every 3rd card has the option of being one. So you could even get 2 in a row. It's more like the pandemic style, right? With the epidemics and stuff, if you played that game. Okay, so he moved 2. Does he have 3? He does. So he's going to try and translate. He's going to look for Chinese, then Sanskrit, then Greek. There is no Chinese, no Sanskrit, so he takes Greek, which is the one he influenced, so I guess he really wanted it. That goes back there. Greek, oh, he's got 2 Greek ones. And that means he's going to put 2 gold out again. Does anyone speak Greek? Remember, he starts from here. That one guy speaks Greek. This guy speaks Greek, and he's done. But this guy retires. It goes right there. All right. So that is his turn. It goes to us. We've got another option for delivery to get 2 more influence here. But I'd like to get influence in one of these guilds, right? So who has purple or orange influence? Anybody out here? You've got green. Nobody else. Okay. What about over here? Nobody. Do I have any influence on the next level? Green would get me green. No. Who else? I need some influence, people. Help me get influence. Because I definitely don't want to deliver to orange. I'd have to take another die. So maybe we could deliver to purple. It's not horrible to get a purple influence, but we would just tie him. And that's not what we want. We really want to get 2. Ugh. That's a bummer, because if he draws another translate, he's probably going to deliver instead. Because I think he's got one that's at 3+, one that's 4, and one's 5. And so if he draws either of those, he's going to deliver, because there's not 4 or 5 out there. If we went all the way around and had a purple action landed here, we'd get 2 coins and a delivery anywhere, or one anywhere. That just doesn't seem to help me much. Come on, there's got to be a way I can do this. Not really. We do need to interact with this guy. his dispatch action is take a white die, take a gold, and then put a gold on any worker. So that could help you retire somebody. I think you can also take gold off workers, but I'd have to pay the bot a coin to do it since it's his. But I could take that gold off, and the Greek Persian dude would last longer. That might not be a bad idea because the bot stands to gain 3 points when he retires. And I would unlock my card. Or I could just hire this guy. Syriac Arabic is always not a bad thing. We need a Hebrew speaker though, right? We speak Syriac Arabic already. Wait. When did we get this guy? I've already interacted with him. Oh no. We already did this. Jeez. I think I had the plan, but we just forgot to. That's alright. Well, we get this card. Cool. This card is nice because it's got a built-in 5 that's just always on the card. And also you can trade a worker to coal dice. I don't really care about that part. All right, well, we have a Syriac and Arabic worker. So if we wanted to maybe come here and get this Hebrew, then we need a Hebrew to Syriac or Hebrew to Arabic. No. Dang it. I've got no good options here, guys. Sometimes this happens where you're just like kind of stuck. And you're like, I really want to do something, but what about translating one of these? Yellow, orange, blue. This game would give me purple. Yeah, this is the one I want to do, but if I deliver right now, this is likely going to do a scoring. And he get 2 of the options of the 3. I'd get a gold. No, I wouldn't. He'd get a gold too, because he's when you don't have ownership but you have presence, you get this bottom bonus. And that's why even if I don't get the majority, I'd like to have presence here, so I get one of these bonuses. Although having presence here, once this one is delivered, I would still have majority and not lose majority. So maybe I do just deliver here. All that thinking, and I'm just going to end up delivering it there. And is there a particular one we want to go for? Orange gives us culling a die. Red gives us a gold. Purple worker. Green, a green influence. Oh, we get 3. That would be really nice. All right, how can we get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need an 8, and we'd prefer it to maybe be green or orange. A green or orange 8. Can we do that? Can we make that happen? I think we can. I want to put yellow right here. Green or orange. We can make an orange 8 by doing... Oh man, our dice suck. So we'll put that there. That makes that a 6. So that this is now a red 10. And we put the yellow there to make it an orange 10. Okay. So now we can go up to 10 spaces. As we go over the orange track, because it's orange, we're going to get 2 coins. Okay. And then we're going to move. We're just going to end up moving 8. We can move less if we want. We're going to deliver this Persian scroll over here to green. And I'll refill that, but let's do all of this first, because refilling happens at the end. I need to pay 4 coins to do that. I'm going to get 2 green and a gold. So I really own this green guild now. And the gold, don't forget that. And then I get a bump on the green track, which gives me another green influence. I'm winning 5-2 here, dude. You're never going to take green from me. Oh, come on. Stand up. There we go. And with that action completely done, we go ahead and refill. This is probably going to be a scoring card. No, it's not. Okay, wow. So now we've got 4 and a 10. It's another Greek one. Okay. All right, well, that's me. He's probably going to deliver here. Yeah, he will. Oh, no, 3. If there are 3 and there's actually 4 here, so he's going to try and translate. He's looking for Chinese, Sanskrit, Greek. There is none of that. It's Hebrew or Persian, which comes first for him? Hebrew. And that is mine. So I can pay him 1 coin to not do this one, and I'm going to. So here is your 1 coin, dude. All he does when I pay him a coin is move that over. And so now he goes to, I say, you can't take the Hebrew one, so he can take one of these Persian ones. And he always tries and take the lowest one. So he's going to take this one here. Again, he doesn't care what it is. He'll slot it there. Now, Persian scrolls score for translators that are not retired. So however many he has here at the end of the game, he'll get points for Persian scrolls. It's usually a good one to give him because it's rare that he has like more than 4 or 5 there. Yeah, so that's his Persian one. Done. Cool. That's the end of his turn. Okay. Can I translate purple? No, I have a red, but I don't have a blue. I can get a blue, though, by playing this card. And that's what I'm going to do. So, because I really want to draw some more dice, right? So I was going to do this anyway. So that goes there. And so we are going to put these 2 dice here. And we're going to draw 2 out of our bag. Well, that didn't really help us, but it's okay. At least we got more dice to do more actions. And then we get any color worker. I want a blue worker. And then that's this part. Now, before doing the main action, we are allowed at this point to add workers, and so that's what I'll do. So there's a different little timing option there where you can add workers later. If I would have drawn a blue die, or red die, I would have just... Well, I guess I couldn't have changed the die, but whatever. Yeah, so we've got a purple action on translate. I'm an idiot. We don't have a Hebrew speaker. See, that's the part with I'm just trying to like teach the game and I forget like the strategy. Okay, we need to undo that. So blue worker back. And these 2 dice go back. I'm probably still going to do this card because I need to get the worker, but we need to hire someone that speaks Persian, right? And I'm actually going to do this. Oh, this one I could draw 2 more dice. No, I'm going to do this one. Okay, so, oh yeah, these should have been white. I'm just going to take white out because we already did that and we knew what they were. Okay. And we'll do that same thing, the blue worker. We had to put these here. Okay. I think we fixed it. And so I don't need to put the workers there. I've got access to a 4. Does anybody speak Hebrew? That's 4 or less. She speaks Hebrew, Persian. He speaks Hebrew, Chinese. Is there a link from that? There. Nope. We're going to have to hope he hires somebody as well. So Persian's probably the better one because there's already somebody that speaks Persian out there. And she's worth 3. So yeah, I'll take her. Flip her over. What room do I want to put her in? I mean, this is a free bump on any track that costs 4 coins. I only got 3. Draw 2 dice, get another worker. Could be good, but that costs 4 as well. Get a worker here. Blue into my hand. Oh, that's pretty good, since I want to go purple. How much gold do I have? Because I'm going to need to pay quite a bit of gold to do this translation if it ever happens. Okay. Well, might have made some bad choices here. But I'm going to put her, I think, here. No, I'm going to get a gold. 1 coin for 1 gold. Sounds like a good trade. Okay, so I can get from Hebrew to Persian, Persian to Greek. So hopefully if we got a Greek to Arabic or something up here. There's a Hebrew to Persian, Greek, Sanskrit. Man, there's just not a lot of good options. Persian, Arabic. Hey, there we go. Hebrew to Persian, Persian to Arabic. So hopefully he hires her. That's what we want. She is here. It's not going to happen. I'm going to have to hire that one too, which is good because I only spent 2 coins. I can do that. And we did this, so we've got no thing. Our turn's done. Okay. Yep, we're good to go. What's he going to do? Are there 5 scrolls? No, so he's going to hire, probably triggering scoring. And he's moving 1 space. Can he hire Chin? No. Can he hire Wavy Hair? No. Oh, he's going to hire her. He's going to hire the one I want. No way. No, we're not hiring. We're delivering. Oh, dang it. No, dang it. I got too excited. He's delivering. He wants to deliver a Greek scroll. Oh, bummer. I got really excited right there. There are 2 Greek scrolls, so we go clockwise around, starting with black, not counting the space it's in. So it's this one. And again, he's going to look at his color focus, which is green. So he's putting it in green. He'll get 1 more influence with green. Why are you trying to go after green, dude? I've already locked this down. This tower's mine. You've got the other 2. And then he's going to replace. And it is a scoring card. So that is going to come up here. And we resolve the entire thing before we fill this, because it's possible that this one's a scoring card as well. That would be bad for us, but it's okay. So there's no event associated with this card. We just do the placing of influence. Based on his color, which right now is majority blue, he's going to choose the top of the card first. So this one is going to get here and score him 3 points. This one's going to go here and score him 1 point, and an orange die. Whenever he gets a color die, he moves to the right on his marker. And then, since I'm not here, I don't get any of the lowly rewards, but I do get a score here. And I get to either take a gold or retire one of these people. And I'm still majority. He has not taken majority there. Okay. But he does get a gold because he has presence. The gold gives him place a gold on the leftmost neutral guy, which is going to put it here, which is going to retire this dude. Chin is retired. Okay. So I can retire either of these people. This is the girl I want to hire, though, so I probably don't want to retire him. He's a really nice retire. He adds 4 to your thing, so I will definitely do that over taking a gold. And we're going to put it where we need more things. We don't care about pip values on this, so we'll do this one to help us move around the map. Okay, lock that in place. 2 points, too. But we do have to take a white die. There's another one. All right, we're getting up there. Okay, so that is now completely resolved. So we now will fill this card in. Is it going to be a second scoring? No, it's not. Okay, it's a Hebrew. So now we've got, of these 8 cards, 3 of them are the intermediate scoring cards. Okay, well, I want to go get her now, so I have a path. She needs a 5+, and I don't have a 5+. That is not good. I don't waste a work. Well, no, I couldn't because these change colors. They don't increase. I could add both of these. Only get 2. Oh no! No. Yeah, this is hiring. Yeah, I can either hire, research, or translate. Are one of these others worthwhile in translating? Persian and Greek. No, the only one that can be translated right now is the Syriac. That is the only path to Arabic right now. And there's no Syriac scrolls. So I cannot, this action is just not possible. So what about researching here? Although doing this, I draw 2 dice out so I could keep going. Let's do that. Okay. I want to put green there. I always put green in my first slot because it allows me to bump up track. And I'm going to put the 4 and the 1. That just seems like a waste, but that's what we got to do. And that allows us to 5+. We can hire her. And I need to put her in a room that costs 2 or less. And so, oh, this one is great because he just retired this guy. I can put her in here. So 2 coins out of the way. I get a influence anywhere I want and a white die. See how easy this game is when you don't care about the white dice? Influence. Let's put it in orange or purple. Haha, I own purple now. Although maybe orange because I'm about to get purple influence. No, this is scoring purple track. No, this is putting a purple influence. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll put it in orange. Let's go for the trifecta and try and own all 3. It's not going to happen, but we'll try. And then I need to mark that she works for me. And that's it. Now we have a path. Hebrew to Persian, Persian to Arabic. Or we could just go straight Persian to Arabic for these 2. And she'll stick around for 2 translations. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see what he does. He's definitely going to hire somebody. Oh, not that card. This card here. Are there 5 workers? Nope. So he's going to hire Chin if he can. Chin is not out, so he's going to hire him. What room? His sum is 2. Haha, I already stole the 2 room. Since there's no 2 rooms, he bumps up to 3, and he's still going to go right to left, so he'll go there. And then he gets 2 coins here. Well, that seems cheap. 1, 2. My turn. Let's Oh, I didn't do this action here. That was a whole thing. So we're getting rid of the blue meeple to... not in there. Oh my gosh. Come out of here, blue meeple. We did this. We got rid of blue to take 2 dice. Roll them. Don't care about their value. Doesn't matter. Oh, but now I don't have... Oh, no. Now I don't have a purple set. Oh, that's bad. So we have just maybe... Dang it. I don't really want to rest. Well, I guess resting night now is not horrible. It would probably pull out another scoring card, and I own 2. He owns none. All right, let's do it. So I am going to take that back and not trade in this blue worker. Because I'm about to draw dice anyway. Okay, so we're resting. The first thing we do is take the bottom card. It is not a scoring card. Wow. Okay, 3 out of the last 7. It's going to move 1 space. Take this out, put that in. And is there a space for this one? No. You're out of here. Okay, so what am I looking at for my income here? Taking green, which is a bump on any primary track. Are we... Oh, I don't really care about yellow because that's culling dice. I would like to get blue up, but red is more beneficial to me right now because it gives me an immediate reward of a gold. Now we're scoring yellow, which is take a die of any kind into our bag. Let's grab, I think, a red one. There probably should be more decision in that, but I like it. What do I not have a lot of? And I take that. That's usually my decision making. Then we're going to take a coin because we didn't even use that slot. Maybe we should have researched. I don't know. We take a coin. Then we can add a white die to get a gold. I will do that. Okay. Then we add a white die. Then we draw up to our hand limit, which is 4. There. Oh my gosh, I got a green with all those white dice in there. I actually got a color one. Okay. And then we draw an extra one. Oh, wow. That was amazing. Love it. Okay. So that is our entire rest phase. We can just do rest cleanup. Okay. And we didn't do a scoring. So he gets to go, and we're going to be able to translate because all he's going to do is hire somebody again. Yep, because he didn't have 3 of color. So are there 7 people? No, they are not. So he wants to... Oh, yeah, he's moving 0. He's hiring this chick. She is already out there. Then that guy is already out there. The Chinese guy, this dude. And he is going to a room costing 1 if possible. So right there. Okay, and he's not collecting any money or anything. His turn's done. Okay. Now we will do our translate. And all I care that it's purple, and this is the only way for me to make it purple, like this. We will do this one. I told you I'm going for all 30 white dice. Okay, So we're going to take 2 out of our bag and roll them. Oh, I'm getting lucky here. I'm going to take any color worker. I'll get a blue since we don't have that represented. And then we're going to do a translate action. It's a purple, so I can take this one. And you go from Hebrew to Arabic. And we'll do that by going Hebrew to Persian. Excuse me. Hebrew to Persian, Persian to Arabic. Neither retire, but we now have this scroll. That will go here. And that gives us immediate blue bump on the blue track. Lets us influence a card. He is likely, oh, he's resting, so I don't have to worry. Oh, that's probably gonna put a card here. So let's influence, I guess this Persian one is most beneficial for us. Okay. Oh, that was from our free blue bump from this scroll. Yep, and then we get a purple influence. So yeah, now we own all 3. So we lucked out. I think that was pretty good. Because he's going to rest now, and that will likely trigger a scoring, and we get all 3. Take that, bot. So that is our full turn. We have no bonuses. Everything is done. Yes, refilled. Okay, so bot's turn. He will rest. He's got 3 blues. And it is a scoring card, as we expected. Now, the first thing that happens is an event. We put a gold on any remaining starter translators. So these people have been out here and never had any work. They get a gold. Then everybody that's already retired at starting translator gets a coin. Well, mine's right there, so I get a coin. And he's got 2 because there's missing. So he is going to put 1, 2, and he's going to put a gold on the leftmost neutral, which is this dude. Okay, so that's the event done. Now I get all 3, so I'm going to take 3 points, 1 point and a green die in my bag. And this one's going to come from here. Now it's tied 3-3, so I maintain the top, but he gets a gold, which is to put a gold on the leftmost neutral, which is this guy, which makes him retire. Now Chinese is probably the worst one for him because it's just a straight 7 points. Oh, that's not a Chinese thing. Okay, never mind. I don't care about that. Sorry. I don't like him to do Chinese scrolls, which is good. He doesn't have a Chinese guy anymore. Doesn't matter. So that retired that guy. Okay. Now to finish mine, I can retire one of these 2 people or take a gold. Either of these. That guy's worth 3 unless we do additional research actions. She's only worth 1, but it lets me go on the purple track by spending workers. I think I'll take the 3-pointer. And let's just slot it under here. You have to put it under a brown slot. And I don't feel like paying. I mean, do I want to make either of those? No, I think I'm going to keep doing this one. Okay. So now technically I have 2 spaces to research. It was more for the 3 points, but remember when I retire, dude, I need to take a white die. Another one. Another one bites dust. Ugh. I think this should be for every 6 you lose 3 points. But hey, it's just a threshold. I've already lost those 3 points, so at this point, I don't care. It's no negative in my book. All right, did we do everything for this action? Remember, retiring happens at the end, so this was not part of this action, but it's okay. Yeah, we got our dice, we got our worker. We did that, we did that. Oh no, this is all part of his rest phase, isn't it? Yeah, that was all still part of his rest. Okay, wow, okay. So to continue his rest, he's got 3 blues, so he moves right. The only bonus he gets is to automatically retire this guy with the little hat. So he takes them and retires him, which gave him 1 point, so I'm happy about that. Only 1, right? And then he just moves these all back to his pile. Okay, his turn's done. I want to deliver to purple right now if I can. Now, I don't have the coins for it. However, if we go over something like this that gives me coins, go back here, right there, then I can get stuff. So I have a green. I can make any color really. And when I travel, I get a boost of 4. So I could go quite far with just a single die. Which of these seems good for me? This is go up on yellow and then immediately get the yellow bonus. That's just another die. This is going purple, score purple, not really helpful. Go up green and go up green. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's our best one, but we've got to go all the way around to do that. So if I've got a built-in 4, I need an 8 value. So I think I'm going to take the green. Oh, first we got to do this. I'm just going all in at this point, so we'll do that. Oh, that gives us our coins. So we really don't even have to play the green. Okay. So all we need is an 8. Let's just play a 9. Happy with that. Okay. So that lets us travel up to 13. So we could go all the way around if we wanted, but we're going 12. Okay, and we'll place this into the purple guild. We'll delete 4 coins. We'll get 2 purple influence. And then we get a gold. And then we get a bump on the green track. So now when we rest, we get to go up on any track. It's even the secondaries. Which will probably just be keep going up on green until we get to the max, but we'll see. And then that is all of that. Okay, turn done. Back to the bot. 2 spaces, 1, 2. He's going to translate, yes. And he is looking for a Greek, then a Hebrew, then a Persian. There is a Greek. That's his priority. Oh, wow, he's doing a lot of Greeks. They're only worth 4 right now to you, dude. So he's got 12. That one's worth 2. So he's got 14 points in scrolls. That's good. Usually if you can keep them under 30, you win. So where else? Or what else is he doing? He just did that and he's done. Okay. Our turn. We've got a lot of different color dice. We can almost do anything we want. So I think research would be pretty good right now. Or I've got a worker, so I could get more dice. Any characters out here got a good dismissal? I mean, you always have good dismissal, and he's a point anywhere. So I could get orange and own all 3 again. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Because the delivery is not great. Oh, we do need to refill. Oh, it's another scoring. Would that have happened in my turn? I think it would have, but I'm not sure it's going to affect much. If we need to redo some stuff, we'll try it. But anyway, so we've got a scoring card. The event here is to put one of these out if they're not out already, or if they're all 3 out, then we do the top one. She is out, Chin, and then it's going to be a Chinese guy. And he goes in the farthest left spot. So that's the event. Then we come here. I will claim 3 points, and nobody claims anything here. I'll claim this one. And he gets a gold, plus he's going to take over majority. Gold puts a gold here, which makes her retire. Oh no, it doesn't. It puts it here. Haha, you don't get to retire. And do I want to retire which one of these? 3 points, 2 points. Add gold to get 2 coins. Yes, please. Or add a white die to get 2 coins. I love you. Where are you going to go? I don't have a coin, so that means I have to add a white die. There we go. And I'm going to slot you under. Where do I need coins usually? Translation or delivery. Let's put it on delivery. And TTS kind of makes it hard to stack multiple cards, so we'll just do it this way. Okay, so that was my retire dude, which gives me a white die. Okay. That finishes off this card, and oh, I'm still majority here. Okay. And then we have to finish this. Okay. So that didn't change his turn at all, right? No. Cool. All right, so we'll continue going with our turn where it was. That's the easiest thing to miss because it has to be at the last action, and most of the time at the end of your turn you're looking here and not here, so you just kind of have to glance here. If you're playing multiplayer, obviously someone's going to notice that it's missing. In single player, it's probably the most common thing I forget. Okay. We would like to score green here. And which character? Oh, we took away the guy that I wanted to dismiss. Well, he's still good. He's dismissing an orange now, getting or orange and a coin. So we need a 7+. It's gonna be 2 die, but we're gonna draw 2. Okay, fine. I'll do it. So that's an 11. We can take anything we want. Taking him, dismissing him. So he goes over here. Normally he would go underneath again, but it's easier just to move him out. I get an orange and I get a coin. Right, that was his dispatch bonus. That was this. Now we've done that. We just get to discard a meeple to get 2 dice. Kind of sucks, but I think I'm going to. Hey, we got a blue die, so we made out. It's a sucky blue die. That's all right. Okay, turn complete. Yes, all right. He has got a blue 1. Are there 5 scrolls? No, so he will deliver. He's going to try and deliver a Hebrew, then a Persian. There's no Hebrew or Persian, so keeping going. Syriac, I know there's some Syriacs. It'll go to this one here. His color focus is green. Oh, now he's going to like... He's like, you thought you had locked green down? Not when I'm around. And green's the best one to own at the end because it's worth 3 points for having majority there. And I'm actually going to lose both of these to go up there when we score the last 4th card. Okay, that's fine. I think we're still going to beat him. We've kind of creamed him. So he delivered. He got his influence. He's done. We do need to refresh, and it's not the scoring card. Okay. So of the last 3, 1 of them is scoring. For us, I think researching on green is pretty good. We would like to get it to the 10+ so we can do the double. So that is researching here. Let's get the 5 plus the green is now a green 11. Sounds good to me. I'm going to pay 2 gold. And that will let me go up 2 bumps on green. The first one lets me draw 2 dice. Need to roll them. And then I get 2 coins for researching. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You do not get to be duplicated. Go away. And then I did this action so I can either take a red die out of my bag or red worker. Always want the worker. Okay. That's the end of that turn, so we'll go to him. We only got a few more turns left here, so we should try and just lock points in. He's moving 0. He's going to translate. Yes, he's looking to translate a Hebrew, Persian, or Syriac. There's a Hebrew, so he'll take that one first. That gets him... Oh, he should have put a thing here when he went around again. We did the action. We never put the goal there. That'll give him a point for each of these banners he has, and he's only got 2. Yeah, he hasn't been moving very a lot. He's drawn this 0 a lot. And I haven't been paying him coins, so it's good. Keep this value down low. Okay. Yeah, we've made mistakes, but I think we've corrected every one of them. I don't know. Put comments below if we haven't. Okay, so we've got a really nice opportunity here to deliver to purple. We've got 3 of the 4 coins we need. And we've got no way to get coins, so we're going to have to do either a purple or an orange action probably. We can make a purple action. So let's do that. Let's deliver here. Which one do we want to score? Yellow gets a die, purple money, red worker, orange gold. I think the worker is going to be the most beneficial for us. And so I know I want a purple action. And how far do I need to move? Oh, we only need to move 1 space to the purple, so it's based on what track we want to go up. Yellow doesn't give us the threshold of another point. Let's see. Purple does. green. Oh, green is the most beneficial because we immediately get to bump another one and I take a die. So we would like to get to here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we need, oh, I don't know if I get to 8 because that blue is a 1. That sucks. Most I can get to is 7. Dang it. Okay, so it's either yellow, purple, or purple. And I guess purple's better because it gives us a point and a meeple. So do we want a Greek or Syriac out there? I think the Syriac's better for us. So we need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a 6. So we'll put this 5 here, make it red. We're going to get 2 coins going over this purple and landing here. Deliver this scroll to purple, spending 4 coins, getting 2. We're almost out of influence, but good influence game. You can see I value influence. It's just I don't care about wide die. I care about influence. I think it's the way to win, at least in my strategy. There's plenty of strategies that work in this game. It's another reason that people are really raving about it. During testing, Shem asked people, try and beat the game, never hiring. And they did. He said, try and beat the game, never delivering. And they did. Try and beat the game, never translating. And they did. It's like, so you can find ways, even when you're not doing one of the 4 primary actions to win. So that's really cool. Sign of a really balanced game. Okay, so we did this. We delivered. We got our influence. Oh, we should go up on the purple track. Gives us a meeple. We're going to be resting anyway, which is likely going to end the game. So let's just take, is there one that we might want to go up on here? Maybe on blue? Let's take a blue. Okay, and that is our full action. Okay. His turn. Don't forget, end of the game, deliver. Hey, it is the card. All right. So again, we do an event, which we try to put one of these people in if they're not already there. That guy's there. Pink shawl. Yeah, she's not there. So she goes here. Okay. And then we are going to score. So what's he going to do if I let him? He's got majority blue, so he's looking to get the topmost option available to him. But I guess he just gets whatever's left, right? So I will take the 3 points for sure. And then I will take the retiree, and he will take the 1 point purple die. Purple die moves him, not that one, this one over that way. And I get a gold because I was here, just not majority. Okay. Oops, I shouldn't be moving the majority marker. I should move one of the bottom ones. So I get to retire chin or wavy hair. 2 points or 2 points. Okay, I don't really care then. So I'll take him. To slot him in, I must, this is a mandatory action, pay a coin or take a die. I'll take a die. And I will put him, which action do I think I'm going to do? Because I'm only going to get 1 more turn, right? This just triggered the end of the game. When the end of the game triggers, you finish the current round, and then you get 1 more round. So I only get 1 more turn. And I'm going to be resting. Oh no, I've got 1 more action. I can do a research or a thing. Okay, good. So it doesn't matter where I slot him in because I'm not going to be doing that action. Okay, good. There's no. It sucks to rest your final action, right? Because all you're going to really get is maybe some research. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, it wasn't the best timing, but that's done. And oh, I get another white die for doing that. Yeah. How many did we end up with? Not quite. We got like 15, I think, total white dice. It's awesome. That's the best. That's the best I've done. It's the worst I've done, but technically it's the most white I've had. Okay. We still need to replace this. And yes, we're done there. Okay, so majorities here are now going to count for endgame scoring. So I've locked that one. I can just put 1 here and get 2 points, or I'd put 2 here to get 3 points. But it is his turn. He's got 2 actions left. Oh, and his last action is going to be resting. That's great. Okay. So 0 on the movement. Are there 7 people? There happen to be 7 people this time. So he gets 2 coins. So it's just going to go 1, 2. And puts a gold on the leftmost, which is that dude. That's all he does. I love when he gets those ones. Okay, our final action. I don't care what it is because we're not resting. We won't get this income anymore. And that's another thing. When it's close to the end of the game, it's okay to use these, even if you're trying not to cull or to get white dice, because if you don't rest, this never happens. So I really don't care what I put down. I can either research, which is only going to be possible blue, and it's only going to be a 9, so it's not the good one. And that doesn't give me a point. Or I could translate. The problem is I don't have a guy to do a color, right? I only have blue. So going up blue doesn't do much for me. If I could get to 10, it would be great, because I'd get another point, and I'd get another influence. Going to here would be awesome. But unfortunately, I rolled crap. Be nice if I could have slotted that there. Cheater, can't do that. I only translated 3 scrolls this game, guys. This guy, or no, 2, because you start with this one. I only did 2 translations. I didn't research very much. What did I do? I guess I retired quite a few people. And I got a lot of influence out. That's kind of what I did. So if we can't translate and research doesn't really help us, I think we don't. We just rest. Okay, so we're gonna rest for green, which is to get, oh, there we go. We gotta go up on any track and we get an influence. So I'll take the influence in orange, and the any track I'll do will be green, and that gives me an any track, plus I draw a die, don't care about the die. The any track will be, what's the threshold of a point? You're not a, yeah, this is the only one that gives me a point. All right, well, I cull a white die. Oh no, we're culling a white die. But it gets a point. Okay, so that was our green. Oh, there we go. We get to add a white die. There we go. We get to, nope, we're not doing that one. Adding another white die. There we go. We get red, which is a meeple. Oops, I don't really care. Then we get blue, which is draw up to 4. So we take 1 out of the bag. And then we get to draw another. Yay. Okay, that's our turn. So I think we still got 2 points for resting, which was better than anything else we could have done. Well, no, actually we got 4 because we got an influence up here. Yeah, that worked out really well. Okay, and the NPC is just going to rest. So I'll pull the bottom card. And it's a, what is it, a 5? Oh, I should have done that too. Okay, so I would have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that there. There's no home for you, so you go away. And then when he rests, he would have taken this card. There's an extra deck here if you run out. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think any of this matters. But we're just going to do it. We'll go through the motions. He moves to the right because he has 3 blues. He influences a guild. I don't really care. It's going to be Syriac, Chinese, or Sanskrit. There's a Syriac. Then that's it, right? Yeah. Okay, game over. Let's go into final scoring. I can tell you right now I creamed him. He might lucky to get 30 points. So let's score. Well, I might be lucky to get 30 points. I don't know, I didn't get a ton. So we'll go into scoring here. The first thing is calculate your dice sum. Let's do it for fun. So we take all the dice out of your bag. Oh, I should have done rest cleanup, but that's fine. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. We'll separate these ones. How many white dice we got? I've never been that beautiful before. This is a game to remember. All right, so our total here, does it tell us? Oh no, if I put them all at once, no. If you put them all at once, then TTS will tell you, oh, you can't because these don't have a thing. We have 7 dice there. All right, I'm not going to do that for here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 7 minus 20 is minus 13. I think he beat us, guys. So he takes his marker, which we'll just use the black marker, and puts it above us. So he'll get 2 points. Okay, that's the first thing we do is dice sum. Now we're going to do our retired translators. That's just the face value on them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12. 12 points for those. All right, the next one is our guilds and caliphs. So we win both of these guilds for 3. Then we've got 6, 9, 12, 13. So 13 on guilds and caliph cards. All right, then we've got our research tracks. You can see they've got points associated, and it's not equal to the level. This is not worth 7 points, as in another video I watched. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I did not research very much. Usually I have 27 points in that. So that's 11. And then the last thing is our scrolls. Well, we know that this one, this 3 is canceled out by that 3. Do we have any coins? We have... Oh, no, we had to do one thing first. Any gold left over on your people, you get. So those 2. And then his, I don't think he does. Because we would just take gold, which means he'd put it back out there. Yeah, so he doesn't do that. So all our coins convert to gold. We don't have enough. And then our gold converts to points at 2 to 1. So we have 2 points for that one. This one's just worth 3 no matter what. This one is worth 3. Plus, how much influence do we have in purple? We have 2. That's worth another 2. So we get 5 points for that one. And we get 10 in scrolls. That's definitely my worst ever on scrolls as well. And that is our total. So we're looking at 46. Now, if you compare that to another score, you might think that's pretty low. But remember, we did play the casual version. So 50 is a pretty decent score in casual. 60 is really good. 40, not so great. So 45, I'm not too upset with that. We're going to beat him anyway. So for his scoring, he's going to get 2 for the dice sum. He's then going to get his retired translators. This is where he'll score most of his points, but not very many because we didn't give him a ton of good ones. 6, 7, 8. Okay, then he's going to get points for his guilds and caliphs. He got the green guild for 3, and then 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then the last thing he'll do is his scrolls. How many people does he have out here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one's worth 4. He's got 2 of these down here. Wow, that's the lowest ever he's done that. I wonder if I forgot to add one. That could have swung it. That might be a rule. I maybe missed one there. Anyway, and these ones, he's got a total of 5. So these are 5 each, and he's got 3 of them. So it's actually 15. So total here of 21. His final score is 10, 31, 39. So I guess I didn't cream him. Only 7 points, but a victory nonetheless on easy. But you can see all these white die. They gave us a lot of benefit, right? We were getting extra coins, extra gold. We didn't have to think a lot of times about taking these retired translators. It did mean we had to work harder to get certain colors. And that we lost 5 points at the end of the game. You know, didn't hurt. I mean, I guess it was 7 points because this is a 4-point swing. He would lose 2, we'd gain 2. So, yeah, that is Scholars of the South Tigris. Hopefully you guys liked that playthrough. Again, if I made any mistakes, please put them in the comments below. And go check out the Discord, on the Garphill Games Discord. I'll try and link that in the description as well. I'll definitely have a link to the Kickstarter page. I will definitely be backing it as soon as it's available. And you can make your choice. I'm not incentivized or in any way to make this video or to give it a positive review. I just made it because I love these trilogies by Shem and Sam. And so I do that just because I like it. And you can decide whether to back it or not on your own, or just wait for it to come out to retail, or maybe it's not a game for you. I really like it. I love how the rest mechanic works in this game. Just that you control the order. A lot of times this didn't matter this game, but in many games I play, the order is very critical. And like, get green, and that bumps me up another track that lets me take a gold with less, there's a little bit of all combo mechanisms there. So that is a really cool mechanic. And then just the use of color and how that works is very unique. And everything else is very similar to most of the other West Kingdom, North Kingdom, South Tigris series. And so that's another cool thing. If you play those games, you know a lot of the icons already, especially if you played Wayfarers. Most of those icons are going to translate over. The concept of influence will translate over. The dice placement with the workers. The workers are much different in this game, so that might lead to a little bit confusion of how they mix, how they affect dice. But you'll learn it pretty quick. And again, the hardest part of the game is the very initial setup when you're picking your starting translator. So if it's your first game, maybe just pick a random one and go with it, because you can get into really heavy AP trying to analyze, 8, 12, 4, 6, and 3, 21 cards out on the board that you kind of look at, plus your starter card. So it's like it's 23 pieces of information you've got to look at to kind of look at, find your best strategy. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. As soon as this game, I'm assuming it's going to fund, right? As soon as it's delivered and I get the hard copy, we'll do an unboxing and a playthrough as well again. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.